What's good, y'all? Welcome back to the Heat Check. I'm your host, that girl, Kayla Nicole, and we're going up on a Tuesday. Let's get into our first story of the day. The Pacers' latest hiring is a step closer to seeing the first ever female NBA coach. Now, when the Pacers announced the hiring of Kelly Krauskopf as the team's assistant general manager, it marked the first time since 1976 that a woman would hold that position. The first being Nancy Leonard. Krauskopf spent 19 years as the top executive for the WNBA's Indiana Fever and oversaw the Pacers' esports NBA 2K League team. She also has deep roots within the basketball community. Krauskopf played collegiately at Texas A&M, and in 1996, she became the WNBA's first director of basketball operations, later joining Pacers Sports Entertainment in 1999. In her time at the helm of Indiana Fever, Krauskopf helped lead the team to 13 playoff appearances and a WNBA title in 2012. This trailblazing lady joins other NBA boss women like San Antonio Spurs assistant coach Becky Hammon, Wizards player development assistant Kristi Tolliver, Denver Nuggets basketball operations assistant Sue Bird, and Raptors vice president of basketball and operations and player development Teresa Resch, among a handful of others. I'm hopeful that Krauskopf's hiring is a long overdue step closer to a woman being hired as an NBA head coach. And as Krauskopf said, the ball knows no gender. But I want to know what you think. Will the NBA hire a female head coach in the near future? Sound off in those comments. All right, y'all, moving into our next segment, GTFOH.
Get the fuck out of here.
Get the fuck out of here.
Get the fuck out of here.
The fuck out.
Okay, James Harden, enough is enough. The Beard is one of the most creative shot makers in the NBA. We all know this. But he took things to another level last night against the Jazz, and the refs let him get away with it.
It looked like Harden did 2 step backs. That's a travel.
That's a travel.
Wait for it.
And
Watch
I think of you.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay, that is a double step back and a travel by every definition of the move. But there was no whistle by the officials. The NBA ref's official Twitter account came out this morning and said that they missed the call, but it's too little, too late. Check out Donovan Mitchell's thoughts on Harden's walk in the park.
That's what he needs to be fucking MVP.
Isaiah Thomas even tweeted his excitement to get back on the court with these new, very lenient traveling rules, saying, quote, "Come on, cuz. They're letting that happen now? I'm really about to be unguardable." All right, y'all, next up, we're saying GTFOH to NBA fights. During Monday night's Bulls-Thunder game, a scuffle broke out among a handful of players. And just when we thought we were going to see some real hands being thrown, it turned into just another NBA fight. Chris Dunn pushed Russell Westbrook, then Jeremy Grant pushed Dunn, and that made Robin Lopez very upset. Lopez and Grant got into a bit of a wrestling match near the expensive seats, and Lopez did a lot of yelling while being held back. But once again, just another cat fight.
We're gonna reach and foul by Cameron Payne, and now that is a obvious shove, and Jeremy Grant just came over to defend, and now we got a melee here between Robin Lopez and Jeremy Grant as they are really going at it. Everybody coming over as Lopez got really ticked off.
Perhaps the most hilarious part of the scuffle was when Steven Adams, a very nice guy, grabbed Lopez by the wrist like he was his mama. We want to know which one of these guys you think is about that life the most. I'm putting my money on Lopez. Now, you guys go fight about it in the comments. All right, y'all, time for our next segment, Heads Up.
Hands up. Hands up.
Zia Cooke had this defender on skates, okay? The Rogers High senior guard only needed one crossover dribble to nearly drop her defender. Cooke then pointed out that fact and proceeded to blow by the rest of the team for a crafty layup at the basket. Cooke, who is committed to South Carolina, finished the game with 43 points. Even D-Wade took note of Cookie cooking, saying, "Oh, she cold." Now, y'all definitely have heard of Emoni Bates, but these highlights show just how cold he is. The 15-year-old is the top 9th grade prospect in the country, and for good reason. I mean, Bates has the entire hoops package. Which NBA player does he remind you of the most? Hit us with your take in the comments. Next up, we've got Purdue coach Matt Painter dropping some knowledge in a post-game interview. After the Boilermakers lost to Notre Dame Saturday 88-80, Painter made some interesting comparisons on what it takes to succeed at the college level versus high school.
You got to be able to get over yourself and sacrifice. You know, when you look over there and you see guys cheering and giving energy, and you're normally going to go in the game and play better. And those guys that are sitting there, you know, being duds and, you know, not cheering for their teammate, you know, when you go in there, you know, that's what you're thinking about. I should be in there. And then when you get the opportunity, you don't play well.
I mean, when an OG speaks, you listen. It might be a good idea for all you high school kids to take note. Moving into my favorite segment, LOL. First up, kid gets fouled in an unwanted visitor where the sun don't shine. Talk about driving to the hole. Next up, we've got poor little Klay Thompson struggling through a post-game interview. The Warriors shooting guard was asked about energy and ball movement and proceeded to fumble through his response.
Klay, what are you noticing about the energy and the ball movement tonight that's helping you guys unlock the three ball?
It's great on both sides. It's great. Both of them are great, and we're getting out pushing the pace. That's what our best.
It's great on both of them. It's great. Both of them are great. It's great. What? Check out what IG commenter @MicahWare had to say. Officer says, "How high are you?" Klay's response, "No, it's hi. How are you?" Second-year Hornets guard Dwayne Bacon captured the GOAT getting busy in the club. And of course, MJ was puffing on a cigar at the same time. All right, y'all, you know the deal. That's all we've got for you today. But as always, we want you to be a part of the conversation. Whether it's the first story or the last, let us know what you think in the comments. And if you like what you saw here and you like our vids, make sure to like and subscribe right now. Also, if you missed our last episode and you want to catch up, you can click right over here. And if you're a hoop junkie like myself and you haven't watched our latest highlight vids, make sure to click right over here. I'm that girl, Kayla Nicole, and I'll catch you next time on The Heat Check.